over 50 million views. You're listening to The Joe Cronin Show. The Joe Cronin Show.
Wow, we're way over.
The Joe Cronin Show.
In a couple more months, they're going to be over like 60 million or something if you added up all the channels of all time or whatever. We got some wrestling news here that most of it I couldn't give a shit about. I mean, let's be honest. Like, what is there really to talk about? And Charlotte Flair fires back at Twitter trolls. This is one of the big ones. Charlotte Flair fires back at Twitter trolls. Let's be honest. Lonnie Watson says, let's be honest, if you weren't Rick's daughter, you would be toiling around the mid-card or independent scene somewhere. Becky Lynch did it without her daddy, getting her every push she got. Charlotte Flair says, here's a thought. Spend less time being a tool on Twitter and focus on leaving a legacy your child can be proud of. Or, just keep focusing on what my father left me. That's sick that you replied to that guy, I guess. I don't know. I mean, whatever, dude. I mean, who cares? It was, what's funny is that they call it a troll. I mean, the guy's not really a troll. It's his opinion. So this is like the new society nowadays. If you have an opinion on somebody, you call it a troll. That's not a troll. I got news. That is not a troll. That's an opinion of somebody. A troll would be like if somebody was like, hey, Charlotte, nobody likes you because you got nasty boobies or something like that. That would just be like, that'd be a troll. Or, hey, Charlotte, did you hear about how, Kevin Nash said you're a loser? And, hey, Charlotte, the only reason you're there is because you've been blowing everyone in the back. Things like that aren't true, really. And maybe you could say this isn't true, I guess, but it's kind of, it's just an opinion. Saying that stuff is a troll because it's weird and outrageous. Maybe this is this guy's opinion. Do you ever think about that? Maybe it's not a troll. Maybe he's just a douchebag, though. I mean, whatever. Naomi and Mandy Rose continue feud on Twitter. John Cena. Who cares? AllComingWrestlingInc.com. Y'all petty as fuck. Don't play with me. Somebody on the ringside toys put Mandy Rose next to Jimmy Uso. That's pretty funny. That's actually pretty funny. Now, let me go over to Patreon real quick, and I put up a poll. I actually put up a thing. Let's go to the Patreon questions. We talked about EC3. We said, EC3. Is EC3 going to do well on Raw? That was the question. Let's see what you guys had to say about that. There's more. We got lots of stuff. Miroslav Nikolov. No, the second he got interrupted by Nia, he should have told that fat cow bitch to shut her mouth. Told her since she wants to put herself in the men's rumble and she believes in equality, he would give her a taste of equality by whooping her ass. There is your fucking star and face of the company. That would be sick. If he said that might do it. Freddie Mitchell looks like didn't agree with him, just wrote no. Oh, no, maybe he was just replying to, is EC3 going to do well on Raw? Freddie Mitchell says no. Miroslav says, just look at Drew McIntyre, the leader of the future. Yeah, nobody cares. It's true. It's all messed up. By the way, I don't care. I know I just skipped over that Naomi-Mandy story. It's because I don't give a damn. Naomi and Mandy, I thought they had a decent thing going. I thought they started well with that hotel room fight and everything was going all right. And then it just completely got to the point where I just don't care about that anymore at all. Like, they needed to do another layer of that, and they didn't layer onto that at all. They're just kind of going off of what they did already. Rusty Shackelford says, in the long term, oh, God damn it, I can't say it. Rusty Shackelford, long term, probably not. If he does a program with Ambrose and goes over, it'll help, but long term, WWE is way too inconsistent with talent unless they're at the very top of the card, says Rusty. Jabroni Jabber podcast, he should get over. He should be good on Raw. He's ultra talented, but it all depends on creative and if they want to give him the opportunity. God damn it, I just fucking it's like a fucking burp fucking bubble. It was like, you hear that? It was me fucking thinking about throwing up because WWE. Chris Van Buskirk. He just might. Dude is jacked beyond belief, which Vince loves, but he also oozes charisma, which just might save him. Official dots, I don't think so. I think they should bring in Dixie Carter to do that angle. I feel like it was his best work. Man, one of my favorite things EC3 ever did in Impact was when he mocked the Matt Hardy situation with the deletion stuff. That was hilarious. And he was pretty good. At a point there, he was pretty good. And I got to shout out all the patrons. Thank you guys for being patrons. Thanks for the questions on that and the responses on that. Definitely appreciated. And I do want to say also a thank you to the sponsors of the show, people that are patrons at $25 or above. Just want to shout them out. They will be listed below, as always, every month. So these are the guys that are doing $25 or more on Patreon, really helping. We could use more of you guys. If you guys want to become a sponsor and a producer, jump into the $25 level or above. Brian Himmelfarb, Justin Mcneil, Gary Metzler, Jabroni Jabber Podcasts, Mikey Two Crikey, Big Bad Ads, Gerald Armstrong, Nikki J, Frog Kid, Ryan Pelletier, Bulldog Club, Coop the Comedian, The Bear, 1322, and V2 of Doom Vito, CJ Bradley. Thank you guys for allowing me to do this. And everybody else who's a patron, thank you as well. But wanted to throw those big guns out there to you guys. Now back to the news. WWE writer exits the company and calls his writing team brilliant. From Joshua on WrestlingInc.com. Kazim, I don't know who this guy is. Thank you for everything, WWE. Do more than you'll ever know. Thanks for letting me live my dream. And he called the writing team brilliant. Wow. I'm glad I've got all their names, because I swear to God, someday I'm going to try to sue these people for stealing those Cesaro shit from me and some of the other stuff they took without ever telling me or asking me or mentioning anything to me or give me any credit whatsoever. It was only a couple things, though. I'm not like, what's his face who thinks everything they do is because of him. But yeah, so the writers, wow, they're great. Yeah, they sure are. Well, the writers, by the way, maybe the writers are great too. We don't know. The writers could be really good, but the what gets put on TV for the most part is not good. In fact, it's piss poor. It's garbage. What they put on TV sucks. So, yeah, the writers, maybe they are good, but what gets put on TV sucks. So somebody sucks somewhere, and it might be Vince. I don't know. Last night on the Monday Night Raw review, after Raw, we talked about Heavy Machinery's name change, going from Otis and Tucker. I actually think it's a good idea. Otis Dozovic, Tucker Knight. I always confuse them myself. So Otis and Tucker. Dozovic is a good name, though. I will say that. Otis Dozovic is a crazy name. But, Otis and Tucker. Tucker and Otis. Tucker. You know what, though? Who cares? I'm sick of people, freaking out over this stuff at this point. I mean, yes, Vince McMahon and what they do, I get it. People are stupid. They need to shorten the names. And I get that people are sick of them changing people's names or whatever. I mean, at this point, dude, that's not the hill to die on. With all the shit that's going wrong, I don't give a shit if they change Andrade Cien Almas to Andrade and Otis Dozovic to Otis. I don't care. They could call him his name could be Butt Fart for all I care. If they're not doing good stuff on TV, that's what I'm going to be mad about. I don't care about the names anymore. It's already over. They do this with everybody. Stop making it a big deal. What are they doing? Oh, they ruined him. Oh. I used to be that guy, too. I used to be you. If you're one of those people that's like, what are they doing? Why do they have to mess with them? Yes, Jesus Christ. Yes, I used to be. What the fuck? Yes, I used to be one of you. I used to be you. All right? I don't work with the males because I used to be one. I used to be one of you guys, and now I'm not. I have moved on to a different plane of existence where ignorance is bliss as far as these names go. And speaking of bliss, big debate about whether Bliss really enjoyed that segment last night or not. I think she was jizzing on it, She was the one that apparently they said wanted to be sort of naked the other day, so why wouldn't she like that? I don't know. Probably rolled her eyes at the whole Nia Jax thing. I almost wonder if they're sending Nia Jax out at random times. Anybody else wondering this? This is a weird conspiracy. I'm going to do a video on it. I'm starting to wonder if Vince McMahon told everybody, by the way, every once in a while, you might be doing a segment planned or whatever it is, and Nia Jax may just show up. Go with it. And you're not going to be told when it is. Anybody else get the vibe of that? Especially with Alexa's reaction the other night, with Ambrose's reaction the previous night. Just weird. right? Kind of bizarre. I don't know. I wonder about that. I do. I wonder about that. I don't know. That's just a weird thing. Probably not, but, it's just a weird little thought that I had. So, yeah, don't give a shit that these guys' names changed. Big deal. At this point, big deal. All the other problems going on, I couldn't give a butt fuck about that happening. Backstage plans for Ronda Rousey versus Becky Lynch match at WrestleMania 35. This is coming from Meltzer via WrestlingInc.com on February 5th, 2019. Meltzer also pointed out the term main event is being used on Raw to describe both Lynch and Rousey and Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar matches at WrestleMania. Just because Lynch has used the phrase on Twitter and Rousey has dropped it doesn't mean that they will go with the women. Yeah, that makes sense. I get that. Jesus, someone just die upstairs? And that's about it, man. I don't know. You can read all that on WrestlingInc.com if you really want to get into it. Bunch of other stuff there. WrestleVotes. We all know that nice Twitter account, WrestleVotes, has I don't know. Let's get into it. What is this? What is this title? What is this about? AEW. Somebody sent me this earlier. AEW reportedly makes an outstanding offer to a big-time WWE star. All Elite Wrestling, Double or Nothing, blah, blah, blah. Chris Jericho's on board. Kenny Omega reportedly is on the way. And we know that there's going to be a TV deal coming as well. According to WrestleVotes, AEW has made an offer to a WWE superstar, an offer that's insane and probably won't be turned down because of it, or they believe won't be turned down. In the comments, people asked who it was, but the account said they wouldn't release the name. So they won't release the name. Okay. I mean, that's one of those things where it's like, could be speculation, at this point. We know we talked about AJ Styles the other day. It could be AJ Styles. If WWE at this point right now was to lose Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles, or like Seth Rollins or somebody like that, I don't think WWE will lose Seth Rollins because he's too locked in on his position in the company. Roman Reigns is too locked in on his position in the company. But Dean wasn't. Dean was the odd man out. Dean was the guy that, was still scratching at the walls, like, hey, want to let me in, man? Want to let me do something? And he was riding bitch. Dean Ambrose was riding bitch with the WWE as far as things goes. And that's why, he's the one that's going to go. They didn't secure all three guys and give all three guys what they wanted. So they're going to lose one member of their coveted Shield, which I think is a huge mistake for WWE, but a huge win for all of us. This is a huge win for all of us if Dean Ambrose goes somewhere else. By the way, have you been thinking about a Wrestle Crate? Like one of those boxes that comes every month? Since the first ever Wrestle Crate, like the first ever box of wrestling stuff, before any other wrestling box ever, there was Wrestle Crate. They sent me their second box ever. And it was the first Wrestle Crate of all time. WrestleCrate.com. You guys can get it every month. T-shirts, autographs, tons of cool stuff. You know the deal. WrestleCrate.com. Use my coupon code Joe Sent Me. You'll get a percentage off. Hit them up on Twitter. Just say hi. Tell them Joe Cronin sent you if you guys go to open up a Wrestle Crate box. And I've got some I got to open up myself here on this show because I got backed up because of the move. I got crazy because of the move. Anyway, let me just see if there's anything else out there that you guys wanted to talk about or that people were talking about as far as wrestling goes. I don't think so. There's a few other things, but I may save it for everything else. Goldust says why he thinks AEW is good for WWE. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of reasons why it's good. If it helps, who knows if it'll ever help at this point, because things are just so bad. So bad. By the way, guys, you guys can support my show by going to patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show and becoming a patron like all the other people, 355 patrons. You can also support by donating live. And if you don't have any money or whatever else, just as good to hit the like button and share my videos around to everywhere else. And if you end up liking what I'm doing and you look forward to the videos always being there, and you got a couple bucks, feel free to support the show if you want. Keep me on the air here. Okay, so what the fuck am I doing now? Jesus. I'm starving, man. I like ate like a little bit of chicken earlier. But goddamn, I want to eat a whole, like, I don't know, dude. I just want to eat a whole plate of something. I don't even know. Yeah, I think we got it. I think we got it, guys. That's it. I know there's videos you guys miss because YouTube doesn't tell you about them and doesn't alert you. So make sure you click the bell below. You re-click it, unclick it. Make sure you're clicked. You got the notifications on. Make sure you're a patron. If you're on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show, usually I send out an alert when I put up a video or I go live. That way you guys see that I'm live or that I have a video out, and you get an email in your email account, and then you see it listed here on the profile. And then you guys can see that I'm live. By the way, last week's Corrupted podcast, 3.5 hours. Okay, guys, I'm done. That was the promo. I'll see you guys tonight live after SmackDown for the SmackDown review. Leave a comment down below. If there's anything I missed that you wanted me to talk about today, leave a comment down below, and I may answer it in a video before my SmackDown review tonight, or I will maybe pull it for the SmackDown review tonight. Just use the hashtag at the top, question, and I will look for it on the comment section down below when you get done with the video. Here's a bunch of videos you guys might have missed that I uploaded on my channel. If you want a direct link to go check out Patreon for free right now, it's coming up on the top right of your screen right now. Here's some other videos that you might have missed. If you want to continue binge watching, enjoy, and I'll see you after SmackDown tonight. My name is Joe Cronin. Hit me up on Twitter at CorruptedPod. Oh! Oh, yeah! That was the groin.